Breaking news. Breaking news. JLR investigates. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Lot to talk about. Nancy Guthrie case. Still boots on the ground here in southern Florida. Hello, 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 everyone. Come on in. Come on in. Oh, we got a lot to talk about. We got a lot to discuss. When it comes to the Nancy Guthrie case, you see the title of this video. Savannah betrayed us. Holy smokes. Where's everybody at? Come on in. Come on in. Just wanted to pop on, take you around, show you what's going on. Titled this video, Savannah betrayed us. It appears that Savannah Guthrie authorized or was in support of Pima County sheriffs arresting criminal network Alex. Holy smokes. Come on in. Interesting. I'm going to get Alex up here in the chat here shortly. Share what's going on. Also, folks, holy smokes, I was directed to some very disturbing poetry by Annie Guthrie. I don't see any comments. I don't know what's going on. Something's going on with my streams lately as I've been on boots on the ground. Can you see and hear me? Does anyone hear and see me of what's going on? Does anyone know? Oh, yeah. We got a lot of people in the chat. Hey, but for some reason I can't read the comments. I cannot read the comments. I don't know what happened here. I cannot read the comments. They're not coming through. So let me dip out and come back in. There we go. Yeah, I can read the comments now. Hey. What's up, everyone? Alex is furious, and guess what? I support Alex for being furious about what has transpired and what has developed in this case. Savannah Guthrie does not like us. Any of us. She doesn't like the YouTubers. Savannah Guthrie does not like YouTubers. But why? Crazy stuff, man. Totally crazy stuff. Yeah, for some reason I'm having problems with my studio here. I was going to distribute out this to all the platforms. Might take a minute to get this situation going. We are here in real time. What is up, everyone? Come on in. JLR investigates. Hey, come on in. What in the heck? Because we ask questions. Because we cover the case. Because we sit out for 142 days in support of Nancy. And Savannah has the audacity to say that she is fearful for her and her family's safety because we're covering the case? No. I take personal offense to that. I never asked for a pat on the back or some sort of congratulations or thank you from the Guthrie family. Never expected that, never wanted that. And, but this is crazy. Alex, I want to get you up in the chat. I'm going to call Alex. And this is talk about this because Alex put some things out. And I also want to, I am in Key West, Florida, by the way. I am in Key West, Florida. So phone is ringing. Different people are calling me. I can't take calls right now. I can't take calls. Hey, Alex. Hold on, Alex is going to jump on with me. I'm going to get Alex in the chat. Hi, Alex. Come on in. This is not good. Is the YouTubers at war with the Guthrie family? Is that where it's at now? Are we at war with the Guthrie family? It's like the Guthrie family does not like us at all. YouTubers. Or is it select YouTubers? There's certain YouTubers they don't like. Certain YouTubers.
Please leave your message for 5.
Try him one more time. It's awful. Police report for Alex are out. You know, just the officers and the detectives are talking about his arrest and what transpired. But one of the things inside the police report, and I'll let Alex explain it, talking about the deputy contacted Savannah Guthrie personally, and she felt feared for her safety because of YouTubers that have been streaming in front of Nancy's home. Fear for her safety and her family's safety.
Please leave your message.
I'll get him in a minute. Also, folks, I just want to show you something here. So I've been tagged to something. You guys want to go get some ice cream? I've been tagged to something here. This is crazy. So there's a site. Annie Guthrie writes poetry, you know, and it's interesting. I just think it's interesting that the second ransom demand, you know, stuff is out. TMZ spoke about it. Harvey Levin spoke today about the ransom letter, the second one. He said, whoever wrote this ransom letter is a good writer. Good writer. We've heard about the second demand about apologizing, saying Nancy's no longer with us. Nancy is buried with nature. We did this, and we had no intent to kill her, and it was basically is something happened with her heart, they suspect, and whatnot, you know. So I got this right here. I'm going to show you something here. This is pretty crazy. So I tweeted out disturbing photos attached to a poem Annie Guthrie wrote called The Destroyer. Where is Nancy Guthrie? And there is a poem out there linked with Annie Guthrie's poetry called The Destroyer. And it is showing very extremely disturbing things. Like, now this is weird. It's going to a site. I'll show it to you. I clicked the source. The Destroyer, Annie Guthrie. And Annie Guthrie wrote a poem called The Destroyer. And on the page, on the far left side of the page, are these photographs of a blooded up woman. Kind of looks like The Exorcism. Crazy stuff. Now, in fairness, I'm not saying that this is Annie Guthrie's site at all. It's coming up from thedestroyermag.com, but it is quoting Annie Guthrie's poem. It's sharing her poem. Now, that's not no secret, and some people might be like, well, so what? She writes poetry, dark poetry, occult poetry, whatever type of poetry you want to call it. Tommaso does too. But these are the people that were last with Nancy Guthrie. And Annie, I think it's so interesting with Annie and Tommaso, as we discussed. Their religion seems like it goes total contrary to what Nancy's religion represents. As we know, let me put this up here. As we know, Nancy was a practicing Catholic who attended Catholic services, the same as Savannah. But Annie and Tommaso don't go to Catholic services. Oop, Alex is calling me. What's up, brother?
What's up, JLR? Sorry about that. We were dropping my daughter off. Really.
Oh, you're good, brother. 100% in support of you again, and I got your back at all times, right?
I already know you got my back.
So let me just say that there has been some your police report that has been released in reference to, I don't know how people got it. Did they FOIA it, or somebody just asked for it, or whatever? Did you get it?
I FOIA'd it, but a lot of other people did too. So it was actually already out before we got it.
Okay.
We got 21 pages. Yeah.
So in it,
incident reports. Yeah,
exactly. In it says that according to it, is Savannah more or less approved of them arresting you, or spoke badly of you, not only you, but also used YouTubers plurally.
Correct, but we need to make something clear, because I don't know if she did that. That's on an actual incident report. If it's her, then I respect that. She has a right to be mad at me for whatever reason. But if it's not her, that's why I put it out there, is she needs to clarify that. Because that's from Detective Stivers. You know who that is? That's the guy who was on the second press conference. He's the detective that was back there. He's actually in charge of the case. And if Nanos isn't talking to the Guthries, why is he? You know what I mean?
Okay, so that is fair. They put it in a report. They claim they contact Savannah, but it could be a lie. Is that what you're saying? Like, it definitely could.
Yeah.
He could have just made stuff up and put it in a report.
Without saying the troll's name, he said he used a voice to sound like her. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. That's why I don't know if it's real or not. All I know is it's a real report. You know what I mean?
So,
people are like, I don't know if that's real.
That would be wild. But the way they said it is they contacted Savannah, not Savannah contacted them, correct?
No. It's opposite.
So which one is it?
I have to read it again. I believe it says that Savannah called them.
So is it possible an AI voice was used?
Yeah, and the spoof card. Or it was her. It's one or the other. You know, there's not many options. So.
But what you're asking for is clarity or some sort of statement on the matter.
Because I was offended, bro. I was deflated. And I'm not anybody special, but I know that I've been doing boots on the ground, searching before I was even going live for her mother. So for her to, if that is true, yeah, I was pissed.
Alex, I'm pissed too. I'm pissed too because we did blood, sweat, and tears. And I said to everyone, we're live. I said to everyone that, you know, I don't want a pat on the back or I don't even want to thank you from them.
Never.
Okay, I get it. They could support us low key, behind the scenes, there, whatever like that. But if this is true, this is heartbreaking because this is all. I titled the video "Betrayed Us" because it's like
deflated.
We've done so much to find Nancy. We used our platforms
out there. Whatever we did, you 12 hours a day. So for them to even kind of just go at me that way too, you know, I mean, I understand that we have different platforms and I speak a little different, but they can't judge me on how I speak and all. That's why it's YouTube. We have our own channels. You know what I mean? People don't need to watch.
She's a journalist herself. She's got a platform.
If anybody would know, you think if anybody would know, it would be her. And she was an attorney. So that's why I find it hard that it's her. But if it is, I have to deal with it. But if it is, then I'm even more hurt because what? I'm doing all this for nothing? But then at the end of the day, it wasn't for her. It was for Nancy. That's why I just kind of it was for Nancy. It wasn't really for her or Tommaso or any of them, really. It's because we want answers for Nancy, you know?
Yeah, I actually tweeted out, I said, we searched, past tense, but we are still searching. We searched more for Nancy than Annie and Tommaso has searched for Nancy. Hashtag facts.
100%. That's a fact. And then the other thing that kind of deflated me too is how she announced yesterday, even though we knew she was deceased, now she's known, now she let us know she's deceased. But then why was she still, I don't know, I just can't put all that together yet. I'm still trying to process it, really. Why didn't she tell us that before? Or, you know what I mean? Because we kind of knew, but we didn't.
No. And I'm not gonna call out specific journalists. But since this got leaked out or suddenly sources, you know, this new report out in the last couple of days about the second ransom that she was buried in nature dead, right? Some journalists are claiming they knew this and had known this all along.
See?
But why are you suddenly coming out now? If you knew this all along, why didn't you share this months ago?
Exactly. That's a fact. Why aren't journalists doing journalism?
Journalism, you know? It's horrible. Like, is that real journalism when you know some information that's critical to the case and you just want to keep it silent?
Yeah, and so check this one out, JLR. So this is just a little piece from Detective Perez, the one that arrested me at the house. On a report, this is just pulling a sentence out of there. The invasion of so-called journalists who have been taking advantage of someone else's tragedy to increase their social media followers and potentially benefit financially. Is this a police report or is it a fucking documentary about my life? Like, you're supposed to follow the law, not your feelings, Detective Perez. You know what I'm saying? So, like, why are they concerned about where I'm making, see what I mean? Like, potentially benefit financially. What does that have to do with blocking the roadway? Which they
so-called YouTubers.
Yeah, the invasion of, no. The invasion of so-called journalists. So I guess she's a so-called detective.
So-called journalists. That's right.
Well, she's a so-called detective then.
So-called, but she's... What's she trying to say? That is that their way? They're going to try to say, well, these people are going to claim they could do what they could do under the guise of journalism, but they're so-called journalists. Exactly. They're not really journalists.
Exactly. Law enforcement reports are supposed to document facts, evidence, observations, not personal opinions, not how you're, someone's profession or their platform or their audience or their income. It's law. Straight up law.
Absolutely crazy, Alex. And, it makes me think differently for the Guthrie family. I think it's true. I really do think the authorities, because there was another report that said they called Savannah about authorization of someone on the property, and she confirmed that person could be there. And it didn't on the other.
It wasn't me. It was about the other guy, right?
Yes, but there was a report somewhere. Was it dealing with your arrest the first time? Or something like that? During the, it said this one report. We had to go back and read the reports. I believe there's a report out there prior that said that, when you were out there, that, assuming it was the Tesla guy that was there, that they called Savannah, and Savannah authorized that person to be there.
I'm trying to find this one thing where the cop wrote it.
Savannah BG.
Oh, here you go.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so this report is from Stivers, and it says, this is one of his own words, over the last couple of months, she has expressed to me her displeasure about what has been going on with these bloggers, and has on multiple occasions told me that she fears for her and her family's safety with some of the actions that they have been taking. So if he put that in the report, it means that he has been talking to her, and for months is what it says here. Over the last couple months, she has expressed to me her displeasure. So I'm gonna have to take this as, this probably is her.
Yeah. Until, like you said, otherwise. Savannah has a lot more to worry about than Alex. It's definitely a troll. Think about the facts, guys. Seriously. It's a troll. It is obvious. The B-girl thinks it's a troll that did this. I think it's Savannah.
I think it's Savannah only because I'm going back and forth with it, but when I read that sentence, that says a lot. Because that's not her words, that's the detective's words. Over the last couple of months. Yeah.
But the same reports out there, and the ones that are out there now, are saying, like, literally they're people... One person from Canada or something made a complaint about you.
It's weird.
And somebody else, and another one where it was called into the Tucson switchboard, and then it went to Pima County, showing that somebody just assumed Tucson, so they contacted Tucson. So that to me seems like it's an outsider that doesn't know the area, the geographics of the area, the geographical area.
Another thing. Let's just say if it was a troll, what if he had been doing this for a month or two? I don't know. Because of being that over the last couple of months, I'm pretty sure it was her.
Shanna Lee's in the chat.
Nobody special. I'm not trying to be all grandiose, like it's all about me, because it was never about me.
Shanna Lee's in the chat. Who is feeding this info? Who is feeding this info to Savannah? The silent sister, the neighbors, or the deputies? Her summary seems limited, and it comes across as a response based on what she's been told rather than firsthand knowledge. Unless she's working or watching Shanna Lee, unless she's actually watching us on YouTube, or
I doubt it. But on another thing that says on that same report, on today's date, Miss Guthrie was unaware of what Mr. Zabel was doing or saying on the live stream, but his mere presence was upsetting to her. See what I mean? What makes her such a queen?
Well, this is her. That sounds like you're being stereotyping someone. A man, big man with tattoos in front of my mom's house with tattoos all over him. I mean, that's no different than saying you live in a white neighborhood and a black man's walking down in front of your house. And just the presence makes me feel intimidated. But not knowing anything about the person.
Right. I mean, I think that's why I don't want to throw Chris's name under the bus, but I think that's why he defended me, because he actually met, well, because he knows you already, but he met me and he sees that, okay, my outer appearance isn't the same as what you get to know me, and I think he got to know me enough, you know.
I say the same thing, Alex.
Yeah.
I say the only thing with it is with you, and I don't have a problem with it. You act, if someone comes at you, you act how you act towards someone in a response, and that's your right. You know, everyone responds to different things. Sometimes I react different when people come to me certain ways, you know, and I react and maybe overreact. I don't know. But, you know, that's just...
But we're adults, and we have that
we're
option
adults.
and that choice.
But you're not going around there saying F you, and starting trouble with people. You're not doing it. You're talking to your audience, and you can say what you want to your audience about things in your expression of opinion, but when people come around, you're not going at them or saying sly things to them or slick things or offensive things to their face to them to start trouble at all. You're not doing it.
Right. They're selectively finding what they need to do. And then you have to remember, KBOA already kind of labeled me as the BB tent guy, you know, like, even though I'm not even looking into why I would even have a tent, but, you know, everybody's like, oh, then you shouldn't have been peeing in front of Nancy's house. Well, I didn't. That's what I'm saying. Like, they steered that directive or that narrative that way. Where, like, I'm the BB boy now, which is fine. It doesn't bother me. People call me stuff all the time. That doesn't bother me. But that just headed everything the wrong way with everything, even with the trolls.
So the dynamics, I feel, has changed. You know what I mean? It makes me think now.
I like what you posted.
You know,
in other words, her name is trending. You know what? And that's what we want. That's really,
Nancy's trending.
If anything, we want her name out there because there should have been answers already. And now, I love what Chris was saying about just on how other parts of the city were not touched ever, not even questioned, not even looked into, which makes it even stranger, you know.
It appears, you know, I think this has brought this case to fresh light, but, you know, there's a commentator out there. Her name's Maureen. I don't really, she goes on some of the panels sometimes. She actually put out that her sources are telling her an arrest is going to come soon.
Yeah, I heard that 75%, she said.
Like very soon. But she said something interesting in a report, and I actually put a tweet out. I can play it here. Well, I can't do it while you're on, but basically is, she was saying, like, you know, whoever this person is going to get the best lawyers and have the best lawyers, you know, to challenge the case.
In other words, do you think she's kind of hinting that the person even already knows too? They're just lawyering up already?
Yeah, but here's the thing. A run-of-the-mill perp or just a low-life perp is not going to hire the best lawyers out there. You're not going to have there's no lawyer is ever going to take this case when the perp gets caught pro bono. You know, for notoriety. No.
Well, don't forget what Nanos did to the case, though. Remember, I think it's almost like a dream come true to a defense attorney, really.
It is, but the defendant's going to have some money.
You're right, though.
The defendant's going to have some money or have some sort of stature in the community or be a prominent person to be able to, you know, afford the best of the best lawyers. So I interpreted it as it was somebody with money or has access to money or surrounded by somebody that has money, that they will get the best defense attorney to, you know, defend the case. So who could that be? Who could that be? Who will get backed with money?
She did say 75%. She was pretty. You're aiming it the right way, JLR.
I mean, I don't want to aim at that angle, and you guys know what I'm trying to say.
You don't have to say it, but we know where all the money is to be able to protect people, and it seems like some people are. Well, we know people are being protected, and what if it is those people without even having to say their names? We already know. People know. There's a reason. You know,
like. Here's another thing I found interesting too is, you know, with the second ransom note, you know, how it came out. I don't know how it came out. I don't know who leaked it out. But then suddenly Savannah's like speaking really for the first time about details, you know, with this case on the Today Show with tears. You know, it's interesting when, you know, this ransom, you know, second demand emphasize we in this ransom demand as if there was a team of people that did this to Nancy unintentionally. She died by accident. We're sorry, apologize, and everything like that. You know, Savannah's on, you know, TV crying, pleading, but she's saying, me, my sister, my brother, we want to know who did this. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like showing again that she backs them, and very well they you know, it's, the sheriff cleared them, but you know, I makes me wonder a little bit, you know, like,
Right.
you know, is she trying to, you know, trying to direct people away from people that could be involved
Right.
with this or not? You know, I don't know if this was a stranger, but I can't see. Can you see how a stranger that would do this case? Could you envision a stranger that just did this to Nancy writing an apology ransom?
To me, that's nuts. And
Oh, I'm sorry for what I did.
That's nuts, because you're taking another risk. Not only are you not asking for money, in other words, you just wanted to. That's so risky. I don't know why they would do that. And they said it was from the same IP address, same computer or IP address that they used. That was the same as the first one.
Harvey Levin said today the person that did this was a very good writer. That's what he said.
I remember him saying that.
He said very good writing. So these, you know, there's clues here. The person, a very good writer. I'll always say, you know, the first original ransom went to a local TV station, so it has to be somebody local, most likely, right?
Right.
Because, you know, how do you know these local medias to do it to there? Good writer. Buried with nature. You know, I don't know if that terminology, what that means to you, or how, you know, who says that type of thing, buried with nature.
Right.
Knowing that she had a heart issue too. I mean, is that because they ripped her out of her house and her pacemaker stopped sinking, and assuming she died? Or did she say to these people, I'm having chest pains, oh my God, I need help, and something happened or something? They knowing about heart when she did in fact have heart issues?
Because there was a spike. I don't know about what time, but it seemed, didn't you remember hearing that a few different times, where when the phone disconnected from, or her pacemaker disconnected from the Apple Watch, it didn't say about that, in other words.
Harvey was also saying the follow-up emails that they were getting, claiming, oh, he also said this today. He said this, or it's out there today. Harvey Levin said with TMZ, also said the follow-up emails that they were getting, saying that we know where Nancy is, you know, we have information about that and all that stuff. Remember, they were receiving a bunch, you know, some person. He's saying that the FBI authorities are getting close to finding out who that person is. Like, very close. And he said very well, you know, they said in that thing that they were a male, but he's saying the person could be a female.
Interesting. But it seems, well, of course the ransom would have came from one person, but it's not saying that's a team or not. But that's interesting. Because, I mean, the second letter is kind of female-ish, if that's not sounding mean. You know what I mean? It's like they made a mistake. Like Harvey Levin, how they were saying the first letter was very intelligent, but this one, it seems like they fell apart a little bit. I just don't know why they would send another ransom letter.
So, you know, here's where I'm at, Alex, and I just want to share with you where I'm at and where I'm at, you know, how moving forward with this case. And I said this numerous times within the last month. I'm not Team Savannah. I'm not Team Annie. I'm not Team Tommaso. I'm not Team Cameron. I'm Team Nancy.
100%.
I'm Team Nancy. And if that offends people, so be it. I am Team Nancy. I want to know what in the heck happened to Nancy Guthrie and what transpired beforehand and afterward.
Whether the family's involved or not, we just want answers, period.
Want answers. And we're not getting answers. So how are we the problem? How are we the problem when we've been doing blood, sweat, and tears day in and day out? We are the diehards. We are the people. Look how many people are in the chat now. 65, almost 7,000 people in the chat here tonight. People care over the internet, right? Covering it consistently. We want to know the latest in developments. But how are we the problem? I don't mean to cut you off, Alex, but Savannah again the other day, tear-eyed, asking for help.
Again.
Asking for help. Well, that's what we're doing. But you don't like how we're doing the help, or you just... She don't even want to give you guys any help or support about the injustice, which shows me that she's complicit and part of this.
Yeah, and then it makes everything strange in the entire case. Even though this was about me, it also points things in another way too. I agree. It's strange.
Blue Eye says the bottom line is we are here for Nancy. She is missing.
Yeah.
And you all are trying to find her. That's what we're doing. We're trying to find her. Is it possible the notes are fake? Definitely possible the notes are fake and BS. But it seems like the first one was giving details about what she was wearing and whatnot in that, or and something about a floodlight, something about something inside the house, and, to make it appear real, I guess. Or they said, the person did this. And then the second one about, her passing away and
passing. I believe those two. I'm a believer of those two ransom notes. I don't know where you are with it, but to me, I believe both of those.
I think they're real. I think they're absolutely real. But who would do that? And and then crazy. Another thing that's crazy is, and I tweeted this out today, Derek Colella used a VPN, right? Masked his phone, VPN, right? To, get with Annie and Tommaso about the Bitcoin, right? He gets arrested, but they tracked him down through the VPN. Fast.
That fast.
Fast, within hours. His house,
like in 10 minutes, probably, yeah.
So how in the heck can they not track somebody down with email ransoms? I don't care if you spoof your number 1 billion times. They have the resources to find somebody. They'll go to whatever email they use. They'll trace it back to the original server or IP or whatever. And if someone used another spoof, they'll go from there and see who spoofed in there to spoof it out. They'll find.
They can go to all those companies. Yeah.
Yes. I mean, I don't understand. It just makes no sense. You're not even able to, or the wackadoodles that are sending TMZ, I know information. How come we don't get none of them? No information about them. No, I mean, these people spoofing their emails too, when they're saying they know. It makes no sense. To me, people are saying in the chat, cover up. This whole thing has been just a complete cover up. Covering up from what really happened to Nancy. Well, this ransom stuff and kidnapping stuff was just a cover-up.
Very possible.
So, it looks like we're not getting... Now, I don't know how people's feelings are for Savannah. Maybe she'll come out and kind of share... I mean, I think she has to. I think she owes it to all of us. I really do.
I would say if it was her. That's all. If it's her, hey, I'll take it like that. You know what I mean? But if it's not her, then that's important.
Is it okay? So is it she appreciated us at first covering it outside the house with all the mainstream media, but once mainstream media left, she's just like, enough. I'm getting sick of these people. Is she mad because we're cussing out there, or we wore masks at different times, doing reenactments?
She's in New York.
She's in New York. I mean, is she mad that we're just sitting out there and just keeping an audience and keeping her name out there, and she just doesn't like the way we're covering the case? What doesn't she like about it? Is she mad that we're prying in on people coming in and out of the house and doing fix-ups on the house and visiting the house, and she just doesn't want that stuff out there because they feel it's an invasion of privacy? What is making her feel for her and her family's safety?
Good point, man. There's a motive for that. Yeah, you're right.
People said ask her. I wouldn't contact her. I wouldn't contact none of these people. I never reached out to any of these people, and I won't do it because if you reach out to them, that takes it another level. That'll give them justification to try to get some sort of junctions against you.
I learned from you. I got a few emails. One from TMZ, one from AZ Republic, and another one. I just don't reply.
Oh, recently?
Yeah. Well, the last couple of days.
About what? Like what?
TMZ about my arrest, if I'm going to still be streaming or something.
Yeah, you're still streaming. You're streaming StreamYard.
Yeah. I just won't do it from there because it's court ordered, Other than that, I'd probably be there. But being there, at the one time, it got down to I was there once a week maybe. You know what I mean? Maybe 4 hours at a time. They act like I was camping out there. We saw when people were camping out there because we always cleaned up our mess. They didn't. We cleaned up their mess.
Another thing I put out on a tweet, I said, and I was first going to say, I can't wait for your trial. If you go to trial, when your trial, you should subpoena Savannah Guthrie. You know what I mean? Let's get the truth kind of deal. Right. But I added to the front, hopefully it doesn't go to trial. Hopefully you can get this case dropped. Because at the end of the day, I don't want you to go to trial. No one wants to go to trial.
Right. But I'm prepared, though. I'm prepared.
Hopefully, they drop it. But if you were to go to trial, I think you should subpoena Savannah because I think she would get subpoenaed.
I agree. Good point, because it is in the report.
It's in the reports. It's relevant.
That's a fact.
You know,
So let's take it to the box, because you know I'm not taking a plea. You already know, JLR.
You emphasize that.
I'm not going. I'm going to the box. You know what I mean?
Oh man, going to the box means all the way through if you need to, and
all the way.
Deal with the consequences if need be.
That's right.
It's wild. I see a lot of people in the chat commenting, "Oh, welcome, folks. I am in Key West. You should come to Key West." Alex.
Yeah, I'd love to. That'd be cool, man.
It's all right, you know.
I've never been to Florida, so it'd be nice. It'd be a break.
Oh, you said you're always welcome to my house. I want you and Ted to come over for like New Year's or something.
Yeah, because I can't go out of state currently, but
horrible.
But I'm sure that was one of the court orders. I can. All kinds of
Until
shit.
what? You get permission, or you just can't go? Period, or how do you? If you had to go out of state,
I have to get permission.
By who?
I have to get permission.
From
I don't know. I don't have a probation officer, so I don't know. They didn't even tell me. They just said I have to ask permission to go out of state. I can't drink alcohol. I can't do any drugs. I have to call and check in twice a week.
Renee says,
but you know what? I'm still going to do it. You know?
Renee 2757 says if Savannah wanted her mother found, she would watch what y'all are doing and appreciate it.
Okay.
We've seen it all, Savannah. You have been misinformed. So Renee's talking about maybe Savannah's pumping. I mean, somebody's pumping Savannah up with a bunch of BS, and she's just taking everything at face value, and she's being, manipulated. Does she watch? Does she clearly watch? Does Annie and Tommaso does Savannah not like us because we speculate that Annie and Tommaso are involved?
Very possible too. Or does she not like us because she's part of that too, of protecting them? I don't know.
Or NBC's not getting the play like the YouTubers are?
True.
You know what I mean? She works for the big network. Obviously she gave a multiple part series talking about how she feels about this case, Dateline and everything like that. I mean, exclusively for NBC. I mean, NBC's like YouTubers or we hate, the mainstream media. I know a lot of journalists within the mainstream media. They like YouTubers. A lot of those journalists that work for mainstream media is transitioning over to YouTube for their own channels and their own stuff. You don't hear really them bashing YouTubers, right? The ones that have their own YouTube, but the networks itself don't like us. I mean, we're a competition to them. We are, and local media especially. Local media. I mean, KVOA. We know about KVOA, man, and apparently they got the heads up that you guys were going to be arrested, and they send their people around there, snoop around and get the exclusive. They will not say anything critical of the sheriff, and is the official propaganda mouthpiece for Sheriff Christopher Nanos in Tucson. It's sad. It's not real journalism. It's not.
And why follow that narrative of all people, Nanos? That's just crazy to me, man. He doesn't hold that much power. Yeah, he holds a powerful position, but he doesn't hold that much power. To me, the grand jury's already put together, and they're going to indict him.
So, but how are you feeling, man? How do you feel every day? I mean, are you good?
I'm staying positive, man. I have people like you. Juice called me. Me and him were talking for a good half hour yesterday, just to keep me grounded, because I'm just still going to continue to keep doing what I do. I think people get mad because of the tattoos, or they're making fun because I'm fat, or because I'm cussing. And you know what? I can't change any of those things. If you don't like how I report, then there's many other channels. I direct them straight to you, or I'll send them to Juice. You know what I mean? I'm just not everybody's cup of tea, but they can't judge me. I'm still a journalist, whether people believe that or not. This is what I do. I've been in true crime. I've been in true crime for over a decade and a half. You know what I mean? This is just recently that I'm doing the live. I took notes. You schooled me, and
How's the give send go? So how's this work? Do you have to close it out? How do you get the funds?
Yeah, I closed it out. I already closed it out. People were saying like, "Oh, I did it illegally." No, they had to vet me out too. They had to know the case number, what it was about, because it can't be a violent felony, and it wasn't a violent felony, and so that's why they allowed it. And so I closed it, and little by little I pull it out and put it in my savings for all my attorney fees, because we've actually already had about $500 worth of FOIA.
Okay. All right.
13 hours of video cam, so I'm going to get all kinds of stuff here within the next few days.
What about an attorney for the criminal case? What's happening with that? Do you know?
Working on that. I got a legal team together, so yeah, I'm gonna have a lawyer for sure. Either way, the public pretender will be there on the 2nd, but by then I'll have an attorney.
Okay, so maybe the public defender for when you first go in on the 2nd, and then from that point.
Yeah, because it's just arraignment. It's just arraignment. So
Yeah.
we're gonna see if they filed or not.
True. You know, and sometimes people at the early stages get the public defenders, and then they, you know, transition over to a real attorney down the line and everything like that. Do we know how many neighbors belong to the country club Nanos belongs to? Does Nanos belong to a country club, Alex?
Interesting. He lives on the country club.
Joan
That
West
is a country
says.
club. His golf, the golf course is on his, is his backyard.
The good old boys.
The good old boys. Yeah.
The good old boys. Chris McDonough said, "You can have his civil attorneys." Jody says.
Yeah, I saw that. Man.
Yeah, shout out to Chris. Chris backs us, and
He's
that's
a real one.
well, he's a YouTuber too. Like a YouTuber, right. You know, this is his career. So, you know, it's an attack on him too with the situation. Yeah. Just like with us. I mean, he's been covering this case. He you know, a lot of the, you know, the viewers that are watching him watches all of us. Everybody just watches all of us. You know what I mean? Like,
we want to answer, right?
Whoever's on, you know, and he you know, he's covering it just like we are. You know, he's doing it. He went there, he went out there. And I always think it's good to, you know, go out to these cases, especially when you invest a lot of time in cases like this, to at least go out to the scene once to get an assessment and visual and everything like that, and use your skills and talents. And you know, he brought some interesting things to the table by being out there. You know, areas close to Annie and stuff like that, and people that should be talked to and looked at. You know, and ruffle, you know, just stir it up a little bit and try to see what you can get. You know, and
exactly.
But he's doing it in a law enforcement perspective. That's what law enforcement does. You know, with crimes in inner cities and stuff, they canvass and go at the homeless camps and everything like that, and get people talking and build informants and try to find out who knows what, who could be doing this type of burglaries and certain crimes in the area and everything like that. So, you know, he's a retired law enforcement. He knows how this whole thing works and everything like that. But the fact that he backs us is just, it's cool. It's cool. You know, much respect for sure.
Right.
Tina Girl, 1968. Shame on Savannah. Shame on Savannah. You know,
yeah.
You know, I don't want to go on a bash of you know, against Savannah, but it's just, it
hurt, man. It deflated me, like I said many times. It's like, I mean, I'm not going to stop, but it's just, you know, it's always like a little mental setback, you know. I already have other stuff dealing with, so like here, it's like, it just kind of, you know, it irritated me. People are like, you need to apologize to Savannah. No, I'm not going to apologize to Savannah. What I'm going to do is I put that out there. People don't like how I do things. I do things in a weird way, but you know what? I get results. And me putting it out there, whether she answers it or not, we're going to find out if that was her. And if it was her, then we know. I'm not going to wait until court comes to find out if that was her. No, I put it out there now and get answers. That's transparency.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, well, keep us informed. And, you know, again, I support you personally. I think a lot of people in the chat do. Maybe some people in the chat don't support you. You know what I mean? I'll be honest. You know, I have a lot of supporters myself. Some of my supporters don't support you. For, you know, that's their prerogative.
And I respect that. Yeah, and I respect that. You know, because I don't even like me sometimes. I get it, and then I'm not even offended. You know what I mean? People aren't going to like me, and I'm okay with that. But this is what I do. I report. I do journalism. I do things my own way. It's weird, but you also don't ever have to watch me. You know? Well,
we know we know the whole transpires BS. It's outside people trying to stir the pot, get in the heads of locals there in the neighborhood, and try to come up with some sort of conspiracy. I wouldn't be shocked if all of them were in some sort of group chat, plotting and planning to try to make your life miserable while you're out there. You know what I mean? To report them, and call and divert your call and a spoof number and call this and just report it. You know, it's not against the law to just report something, you know, say something, you know, and under the guise of see something, say something.
Right.
Dom C, thank you. JLR Army strong. We love all our streamers. Keep the faith. Fight. But yeah, I mean, you know, we don't know if the Guthrie family you know, we've seen clues though. You know, the Catalina Foothills Association got Pews trying to speak on behalf of the Guthrie family, so I'm assuming that he had some conversations with them. And some of the neighbors there probably had conversations with the Guthrie family and everything like that. And they're just like, get these people out of there, man. We don't want anybody in the neighborhood covering the case anymore. But if my mom was missing, I mean, I would want YouTubers talking about it. The only time I see when someone doesn't want someone to talk about the case is if they got a guilty conscience or something to hide.
Right.
You know, because believe it or not, most of the time when these cases and unsolved cases and stuff like that, a lot of these victim families turn to certain YouTubers for help or to share and vent what's going on in their lives to, you know, keep the name out there and stuff like that. And it just seems like YouTube is not what the Guthries like, and not what the neighbors like, and not what Catalina Foothills Association. And I'm sure Nanos don't like it either, because look what Nanos is doing to YouTubers.
But no, we also know you can't pick your neighbors. We've had problems. I'm sure people in the chat will be like, I've had neighbors that you just can't fucking stand, but you got to deal with it. You got to do what you can. This is like them pushing that narrative even further. You know, like, we don't want him in this neighborhood.
They have no right to tell somebody to leave a neighborhood. It's not, they don't own the streets. They don't own public sidewalks. They don't own the streets. It's no different than someone having a next door neighbor they don't get along with and everything like that. You just have to find a way to coexist or just ignore that neighbor.
Another thing, too, the directive that they put for Pima County Sheriff was that an officer was shoved to the ground. The sergeant was shoved to the ground. Even in Aragon's own report, he never said I shoved him down, because I didn't.
Aragon was in that report. He was trying to say he was trying to de-escalate, or he didn't want the situation to escalate or something. What was he saying?
I don't know, but he admitted that he wasn't going to tell me what I was under arrest for until he cuffed me. When it's an unwarranted arrest, I'm allowed to ask what I'm under arrest for, and that's legal. And if you watch the video, the whole time I'm asking, what am I under arrest for? Even when I was at the house. Of course, it wasn't recorded, but that's what I was asking. What am I being arrested? You're allowed to ask that, especially when it's an unwarranted arrest, when you know you haven't done anything illegal. That's almost like, you know, I was comparing to like that Bob guy who didn't like it. Imagine if someone came up to him and said, grab your wrist, you're under arrest, you know.
For what? A reasonable person would be like, what did I do? What did I do? Shut up. Right. You're under arrest. Don't talk.
Right. All you had to do was say public nuisance. I would have put my hands out. All you had to do was pull out a taser. I would have put my hands out. If anything, they just wanted to do what happened. You know what I mean? And not only that, the report even says they talked about what they were going to do before they got there.
No, another one said you were mocking him?
Yeah, I never mocked anybody. I don't know. Maybe because he was little.
One of the deputies said they approached you, the one that told you to put out the cigarette.
That was him.
He said that you mocked him.
Yeah, I don't know why he said that. I don't know what he said I was mocking. I don't remember mocking him. He said he attempted to take Alex to the ground, however, he remained standing.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but he said, even in his own narrative, he says, I lost balance. Just so you know, Aragon. So anybody wants to say I roughed that cop up, even his own words, I lost balance. The report does not say I pushed him, shoved him, struck him, nothing.
When you stuttered, they said you mocked him.
Is that why? I think I was really just stuttering because I was like caught in I didn't know because I wanted to ask about their badge number. I think that was just me really just stuttering. I'm not normally a stutterer, but you know, yeah. I was stuttering.
Oh, thank you. Was that Belinda? Thank you. Belinda said Alex, supporting Alex.
Oh, here you go. This right here. Alexander asked what he is being arrested for. And then Aragon writes, after those were placed, the handcuffs, we were going to advise him what he was going to be arrested for. You see what I mean? They purposely weren't going to. Why didn't they tell me what I was under arrest for if they were going to arrest me?
Wow,
anyway, I'm going to be all right. And I know I got a lot of people behind me. I got you. I got Juice. I got a lot of friends in this community where I'm going to keep going.
Okay.
Cases that we're going to do. So, but yeah, go ahead.
So, okay, so what time is Kalella's hearing and what time is your court hearing on July 2nd?
Mine's afternoon, 1:30, I think.
And what time's his? In the morning?
I have to look it up.
Can you? I don't know if I'm going to be in Tucson then. I don't know. I could not. But we need to get somebody there.
Yeah, I could go early. I'll look
it,
it up though. I'll make sure because someone told me that it's just a plea, so he's not going to be there for very long, if anything.
No, but
right?
it's a requirement. It's an attendance requirement.
He has to be there.
Yeah, federal, and that kind of stuff is not. They can't do that stuff remotely or anything like that.
Gotcha.
You actually, it's different than state. He has to show.
He has to be there. Okay.
You know, he has to because the judge has to. You know, if he's if he's pleading guilty, the judge has to go through
Gotcha.
plea colloquy.
Right.
What's called where he just asks him if he's not
If
on drugs and if he's doing this willfully and he's not doing this under pressure. Plea colloquy.
Right.
Plea.
Is that what it's called?
I'm sorry.
Yeah. That's what it's called. Colloquy.
Colloquy. Plea.
Oh,
so basically, he just has to remind him. Is he competent? Is he on drugs? Are you doing this under are you doing this under threats or anything like that? And the judge will then accept the plea, and then PSI would come, and then he would get sentenced probably about 3 or 4 months down the road, unless he waives the PSI there, whatever like that, and they come with a C plea or something, some set sentence, but that's a rarity. He'd probably do the PSI and everything like that. Renee, I am 61 years old, never knew about YouTube until this case. Y'all show the facts and the truth. I will never watch regular media again. Alex, you are adorable. Never change. We love you. Some people don't watch mainstream media. They get their information through YouTube, and they want to see what in the lens of what's going on in real time about a case through YouTubers. You might not fully support what everyone says in reference to covering a case or whatever like that, but you're seeing what is happening in this case in real time, opposed to the way mainstream media does it, where they just do a 5 o'clock, a 12 o'clock report, and that's really it. And their own
or 100 days memorial because there hasn't been any answers, but we're doing it every day. Every day is special.
Okay, so going back to Derek Colella, and then Dom C said Sleuth Intuition will also be covering the case in court too. If you go, Alex, we or you needs to ask this guy some questions, right when he's coming into court. You got to sit out there and wait for him. And, respectfully, of course, right? Respectfully, got some space, don't invade his space, totally up in his face, whatever, but kind of walk with him and say, you need to set the record straight here. Are you involved with Nancy Guthrie's kidnapping in any way, shape, or form? Yes or no?
Right. Good one.
Have you ever met Annie and Tommaso or anyone in the Guthrie family ever before? Why did you do it? Things like that, those type of questions. I'm sure some other ones would have some good questions. Those are just dumb I could think of.
Isn't it federal? Federal's right across the street from the state court, you said, huh?
Correct. Federal one is on that corner.
Hopefully he has a morning shot then. I'll be able to go, because I'll just go early that day.
Yeah, and there's only one way in and out of the courthouse there because they got to go through metal detectors. He ain't getting no special treatment through no side door or nothing. So he's going to go, and he'll probably be with his mom like he was before.
Oh, that's who came with him last time?
Yeah, I think it was his mom. Kelly Burkhead, hey JLR in chat. Alex, we are 100% behind you. Absolutely. See, and Alex, man, you're loved on this channel because so many people are just like commenting, support Alex. Most. Some are saying bad things about you and me.
I'm a loud guy. Not everyone's going to like me. I'm okay with it. The Derek Colella, though, I do find that interesting.
I want to go, but I also don't want to be in Tucson to get myself subjected to some arrest on some sort of trumped up charges by Nanos. He has us on a list. I'm on the list. I'm probably the top target. So they're just like, trying to find anything to arrest me. And I think it would get to the point, even if I wasn't in Nancy Guthrie's neighborhood and just covering it in the parking lot or covering it, somebody will swoop up and say I'm a nuisance or something, or make some BS allegations, whatever like that, and swoop me up and give them an excuse to get me the same charges as you and stuff like that. So I'm not going to necessarily take the bait. So would I go there just for Colella? It's a possibility. I will tell you, and I vow to all the viewers, as some media is suggesting there could be a big break in this case very, very soon. Others are still saying this could be 6 months, a year out, and so on. If anything was to break, or they had an arrest, or they got somebody or something like that, I am first thing on a plane. That's not going to stop me from going to Tucson. You know what I mean? If they actually raid someone's house, or they got somebody, they name somebody, or they're wanted and somebody's wanted and they're looking for somebody, or they got somebody, definitely going back. That's not going to stop it. You know what I mean? And whatever happens at that point, you know, we'll take it. You know what I mean? We'll deal with it.
You know, Kalala, since it's federal, right? He's taking a plea. Does he have to turn himself in right there? Probably, right?
No. I mean, he could waive PSI and get sentenced that day, but that's very unlikely. The judge will order a pre-sentence investigation, PSR. Probation Department,
PSR.
U.S. Probation will do a comprehensive, report on his past and come up with a numbers game. Numbers like federal sentence guidelines, a number. If it's threats of like a hoax type deal, I think his level will probably be around 15 if he's category 1, as we discussed. 21 months. I think he'd get 18 and 8. I think he'd get probably 18. I think he's gonna end up getting 18 months for this.
Hey, here's a question, JLR. So, being that you brought up the Maureen thing, and she was pretty much saying that it's closing up, do you think this has anything to do with it?
What, that's Kalala?
Yeah.
Great question. Great question, Alex. I thought about that. I thought about it early this morning. I was like, could Kalala be the key here? Could Kalala be, something, he's in this conspiracy with people or something like that, and he's ready to share what he knows about this. And that's who knows? I mean, I'm open-minded to that. We don't know. I wish Kalala would just somebody could interview Kalala and just set the record straight or what, but could be. But that would be discussed in court too. That's why it's important for someone, whether it's you, Sleuth Intuition. Agreed. I think Tucson will be there. Hopefully the Juice is there and others. Go in that courtroom. Sit in the back. You can't record, but you can listen. Get your notepad.
Right, we can listen.
And start listening to, what transpired and actually asking questions, because some of the stuff might not even be mentioned in court. You know what I mean? This could have very well just been, hey, this guy, a random guy, just saw these people on the news and decided to troll them and do a hoax, a Bitcoin hoax, a ransom hoax, and that's it. Or could be some more to it.
It's still tied to the Guthrie case, though. So that's what's important, that part of it. Whether it's real or not, that's what he's getting convicted for, is for doing that on Nancy's case. So I wonder if his plea ended up being that he turned over, or you think, or no, he wouldn't be taking a plea. I don't know. I don't understand.
But also with the plea, there's things a lot of the federal government, what they do, a lot of people and stuff like that. Pleas doesn't mean you cooperate at all, right?
Right.
Because I didn't go through that process. But most people with pleas, the FBI, you debrief and you give them substantial assistance, or you talk to them about what you did, why, how, who else is involved, and you can get some points. You can get some not only acceptance of responsibility, but you get some cooperation points. Rule 31, 5K 1.1, you give information to them and it can substantially reduce the sentence that you're getting. So, it's possible that he sat and purged and talked to agents and shared everything with agents, or just the fact that when he got arrested, he gave his statements to agents and he hadn't talked since. And that's, he's just saying, hey, I did this. It's true in fact, correct. And that's it. We don't know.
Right. That's why someone needs to be there. I agree. I'll make sure I'm there.
Yeah, I mean, then we can kind of either stay with that angle or go away from it. You know what I mean? Imagine if they say in court, Kalala has cooperated and we're working on the investigation with Nancy Guthrie or something like that,
Right. What do you think they probably would say it in court? Well, I mean, I'll be there. We'll find out. Do you think they would be able to allow to say that in court?
You'd be surprised what's said in court sometimes. Believe it or not, a lot of times these defendants in federal courts, federal courts are secretive. Federal courts are hard to find out when people have court dates, because in order to get a court date and see, the lawyers get it, the parties, you have to really dig in the PACER system, which is the federal court, and it's a subscription service. It's not free. So a lot of people just don't search these dockets. And believe it or not, when people have federal cases, unless it's a trial and it's big cases, you never know. You never know when these court hearings. And even if they announce it like we've been doing with Kalala, you might go there and there might be 2 people in there. Right. It's an empty courtroom just with the parties involved, and that's it. Sometimes, big cases, they're packed. I remember I went to El Chapo's trial, federal trial, man. That
Oh
was
shit! That's how you
I
told me.
mean, you had to wait in line to get there.
Was
We
it?
watched
Oh,
we
yeah.
watched the Diddy trial. People waiting for hours, almost a day, to get into the Diddy trial. I went to Natalie Holloway. Went to Vandersloot's sentencing.
Yeah.
And I got like the last seat, but I was in there. The entire courtroom was packed, you know. And I been to other ones that Alec Murdoch, empty. It wasn't even, you know, in on the federal thing, wasn't even a lot of people in there, you know, opposed to a lot of people in a state or a county court. You know, it just depends. You know, he's like, no one, the only people that really know the name Derek Colella is the diehards with this, you know, like mainstream people like don't even know what this guy is, the secret mutilator. Who is he? You know what I mean? How's he connected to the Guthrie case? Nah, he just got caught up, you know, with this, you know, sending Annie and Tommaso. He made some news, got some publicity, but no one's talking about him anymore. So really nobody knows who this guy is. So I don't expect a lot, but I do expect people that covered the case from the area to go there, and hopefully
find out if there's any ties, or, you know, or we could just, you know.
And it's coming up. It's coming up, right? What's today's date?
Yeah. The 24th.
24th.
So what's that, a week? Week and a couple days, maybe.
Week and a couple days out, and then we got 4th of July. Holy smokes!
Oh, that's right.
What are you doing 4th of July?
I don't know. No plans. Yeah. My kids always have something to do.
You launching fireworks up there? You launching fireworks?
Yeah, probably. I just don't want to get caught with a firework or nothing. But yeah.
Yeah, I know. They might say it's a weapon or something crazy.
You feel me? I'm just saying.
Yeah, make accusations. Oh, you also tweeted out there's undercover vehicles running around your area?
Yeah, there was a gray one here today. Cruised by at least 3 different times.
Why? Is it affiliated with you?
I don't know. I don't ever see undercovers there. There's Tucson PD that shows up because there's this one guy on the other side of the apartment complex that has mental health and drug issues. So they're here a lot, but not undercover. So today it was just, I haven't seen them again this afternoon, but I don't know if who knows if they probably weren't even here for me, but still, it's still strange.
Very, very strange. You just stay vigilant, stay safe. People are gunning for you. What about these threats?
Staying lawful.
Stay lawful. That's right.
Yeah.
So you are lawful, Alex. What about these?
I do, you know.
What about these threats you're getting? Your daughter got threats I shared. You still getting?
Yeah, she's still getting a couple of those because I told her to block her phone, but they're still leaving messages.
How are they getting her number?
Sleuthing, who knows?
That's crazy.
But it's that, you know, I don't even want to say his name. I don't want to give them any oxygen, you know.
But I mean, how's it feel when people are sending your own family threats?
You feel me?
For you, because of you.
Yeah, it's not good. And I really want to put hands on people, you know. But that's the only time I really get mad. Over my kids. Other than that, I'm okay. But yeah, Polly Walnuts. I can see him.
Well, we know the voice. You plastered that voice all over. I think that got 100,000 views. Anybody recognize Paulie Walnut's voice? Send me. I'll give you. If you can. Okay, how about this? I'll call it out now. If anyone can identify that voice, that Paulie Walnuts, I will give you $250. No questions in. If you can verify, I'll give you $250. If you could tell us who that person is. You got the voice right there. Can you play it?
I'm looking at it.
I will give someone $250, no questions. If you actually tell me who this voice is of this person, and you can, you know, I can vet it and verify it, no questions asked. $250, I'll give it to you. I'll send it to your Cash App. I'll send it Venmo. I'll send it anyway. We want to know who this person is. It might be computer generated though, maybe. But I mean, I don't know, man. It sounds like a New Yorker that did it.
He sounds very New Jersey.
New Jersey-ish, New Yorkers.
Hold on, I gotta.
All right, so we're gonna play this again. I'll give you $250 if you can tell me who this person is. That's what we have to do. We just have to put rewards out.
That's it.
Just put rewards out.
You fucking bitch. Tell your joke. Man, fake Lord say fucking father. He got a big fucking surprise coming. Ugly skank. What's up, you ugly fucking bitch? Tell your joke. Man, fake Lord say fucking father. He got a big fucking surprise coming. Ugly skank.
All right, that's enough. Sorry about the language, folks, but we got to get the real information out there.
Apologize.
No, it's fine. I played it unedited too. I mean, it's good. We got to hear. We can't hear this beep 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 because you'll never try to understand.
Right.
You know, identify the voice. Do you recognize that voice, folks? Do you recognize? Is that a real? Is it AI? If you know who did it and you can prove it, I will give you $250. If you're part of a group that, you know, knows who did it, whatever like that, and you can show me proof that someone was discussing doing this to Alex or discussing about it and show me, you know, verifiable information, no questions asked, I will never reveal the identity of anyone that shares information with me. You keep your anonymity. I'll give you $250 if you could tell me who that person is or who's responsible for that. Dreamsicle, Chris McDonough's wife Karen has spoken to some of Nancy Guthrie's friends, and I believe they're going to speak about that on their show tomorrow night. Ooh, interesting, Dreamsicle. Chris is coming hard lately. Chris is coming hard with a lot of stuff. Like, Chris is not giving up.
Oh no, he's pushing hard. I think I want to watch the Nanos one.
Holy smokes. Dom C said she'll match me $250 with the additional $250 if we can find who did that. That's $500. Dom C, it's on. Dom C, it's on. We got a $500 reward now, combined reward, and everyone else want to match that for the identity of who said and sent that to Alex's daughter. Let's do it. Let's do it.
I think that is the dude. I think that is his name, that Paulie Walnuts, because
that sounds close.
I
You think so?
You don't think it's him?
Paulie Walnuts? Who got a real name? Paulie Walnuts.
Well, it's from like the what's that mafia show? That in other words, it's a comedy.
The Sopranos.
Sopranos. There you go.
All right. Well,
anyway,
Dom C's good for a word. I'm good for my word. So that's 500 there. If anyone else wants to come, just email me. And, you know, if you're a regular in the chat, I can tell if you're legit or not. If you want to match that, we can put, we'll just do that. We'll say reward. Let's do it. We'll find that person. We'll find that person. And, you know, we'll shame them all the way across the internet until they're prosecuted for what they did.
Who messes with people's kids, man?
That's what I'm saying. It's Alex's daughter, bro. That's crazy, man.
She's a doctor, bro. She's fucking worked. She's been in school for the last 11 years, college, to be a doctor, to have to hear that kind of shit. You know what I mean?
So what did she do when she got that? Did it bother her?
Bother her. You know, I just told her, I said, make sure you block the, you know, because I had to learn from you guys, remember? I have to block the restricted ones. But she said he still leaves voicemails. So
well, I mean, you know, Alex, years ago, when starting up on YouTube and covering certain cases, my family would get all types of weird stuff or whatever like that. And originally at first, yes, it would bother them a little bit. Like, who is this? What's going on? Am I okay? Are they going to come at me? Whatever like that. But over the years, thick skin, you know what I mean? Like thick skin, it goes with the business and everything like that. So, you know, unless somebody actually goes to their house or does something crazy, whatever like that, but there's cameras everywhere. You know, they'll just inform me if someone's saying something, but you know, they've also, you know, pressed charges too, you know, and file police reports and everything like that. You know, same person does it over and over and over. Eventually they get prosecuted. Blue Eyes. I saw Blue Eyes from Ohio. I'm in $50 towards the reward. Okay, Blue Eyes is in. If I miss somebody else, I apologize, but it looks like the reward is up to $550 for the identity of the person who threatened your daughter.
Real name. We need his
real name, or we need somebody. If there's a conspiracy or a group of people laughing and hooting, hollering and claiming they did it, send us info so we can find out who did this, and we'll pay you. It looks like somebody said $650. I don't know if I missed somebody. Itsy Bitsy 967 or 9565. Savannah did not. Her reps got complaints from neighbors. Savannah did not. Her reps got complaints.
The dude in the Tesla?
Tesla guy? Gardner guy? Man, I had a clip. Man, I had a clip, man, that was sent to me, man. The FBI, when they were there at Nancy's house, they were so focused around the wall right by the casita on the other side, man. And they walked away with some. I'm gonna have to get that clip again. Maybe I'll do a StreamYard tomorrow. And
on the right side of the casita, in other words, if you're looking at
the casita. $250 with the additional $250 if we can find who did that.
Damn.
That's $500. Dom C, it's on. Dom C, it's
I'm
on. We
pretty
got
sure
a
that's
$500 reward now, combined reward, and everyone else want to match that for the identity of who said and sent that to Alex's daughter. Let's do it. Let's do it.
I
I'm
think
with
that
it.
is the dude. I think that is his name, that Paulie Walnuts, because
Yeah, nah, that
I
sounds
went
trash.
to,
You think
you
so?
don't think it's him?
Paulie Walnuts? Who got a real name?
has-
Paulie Walnuts.
Well, it's from like the, what's that mafia show? In other words, it's a common
The
name. He has like 9
The
million
Sopranos?
names. Sopranos, there you go.
All right,
Well,
well,
anyway,
Dom
he
C's
has like
good
a
for a
rap-
word. I'm good for my word. So that's 500 there. If anyone else wants to come, just email me. And, if you're a regular in the chat, I can tell if you're legit or not. If you want to match that, we can put, we'll just do that. We'll say reward. Let's do it. We'll find that person. We'll find that person. And, we'll shame them all the way across the internet until they're prosecuted for what they did.
Who messes with people's kids, man?
That's what I'm saying. It's Alex's daughter, bro. That's crazy, man.
She's a doctor, bro. She's fucking worked. She's been in school for the last 11 years, college, to be a doctor, to have to hear that kind of shit. You know what I mean?
So what did she do when she got that? Did it bother her?
Bother her. I just told her, I said, make sure you block the, because I had to learn from you guys, remember? I have to block the restricted ones. But she said he still leaves voicemails. So
Well, I mean, Alex, years ago, when starting up on YouTube and covering certain cases, my family would get all types of weird stuff or whatever like that. And
Right.
originally at first, yes, it would bother them a little bit. Like, who is this? What's going on? Am I okay? Are they going to come at me? Whatever like that. But over the years, thick skin, you know what I mean? Like thick skin,
Right.
It goes with the business and
Right,
everything
that's
like
smart.
that. So, unless somebody actually goes to their house or does something
You're
crazy,
right.
whatever like that, but there's cameras everywhere.
Right.
They'll just inform me if someone's saying something, but they've also, pressed charges too, and file
Right.
police
Of
reports
course.
and everything like that.
I told my
Same
daughter
person
that.
does it over and over and over. Eventually they get prosecuted. Blue Eyes. I saw Blue Eyes from Ohio. I'm in $50 towards the reward. Okay, Blue Eyes is in. If I miss somebody else, I apologize, but it looks like the reward is up to $550 for the identity of the person who threatened your
His
daughter.
real name. We need his
Real name,
Yeah.
or we need somebody. If there's a conspiracy or a group of people laughing and hooting, hollering and claiming they did it, send us info so we can
Right.
find out who did this, and we'll pay you. It looks like somebody said $650. I don't know if I missed somebody. Itsy Bitsy 967 or 9565.
Well,
Savannah
Maureen
did
was-
not. Her reps got complaints from neighbors. Her reps. Savannah did not. Her reps got
Yeah, the dude.
complaints.
Who, the dude in the Tesla?
Tesla guy, Gardner guy. Man, I had a
William
clip.
Pugh?
Man, I had a clip, man, that was sent to me, man. The FBI, when they were there at Nancy's house, they were so focused around the wall right by the casita on the other side, man. And they walked away with some. I'm gonna have to get that clip again. Maybe I'll do a StreamYard tomorrow. And
On the right side of the casita? In other words, if you're
the
looking at her house?
the casita door that looks out towards the pool in the back.
Interesting.
The walls right parallel to that, they were immediately on the other side there, all over in that area and stuff like that.
Interesting.
And it makes me wonder, buried with nature, is Nancy Guthrie buried somewhere on her
Right.
property with nature, somewhere around there?
You know what Nico had said that made a lot of sense. I think I told you the other day, but whoever did do it, in order to still have a little bit of control, if she is buried, she's buried well, but it's also in their viewpoint. It's either they can see it from their house or they can drive to it and see it to see if there's any disturbance or anything, which makes a lot of sense. I still feel like they're locals.
Well, I remember Mark
100%.
the Shark had that one drone footage with this patch of land.
He had some of the best drone footage. It was really good over there, especially I don't know if he did the casita though. I remember he did that front whole little walkway. He got some really good footage from that.
Chewy's mom says you're on TMZ right now, Alex.
What did I do?
I don't know, probably about your arrest. Let's see. Chewy's mom says read TMZ art or read article on TMZ. Alex on there right now. So let me see if I can find it.
Probably spot me up. It's okay. I learned from you. I don't reply to those people because I'm just going to do a hit piece. And they're probably going to do it anyway. So, but I'm still not going to give them.
Yep, YouTuber. Look, exclusive right now. Savannah Guthrie calls cops on YouTubers stalking out Nancy's neighborhood. Or Nancy's home. It's on it. You just made it. Let's see.
So from fucking New York, she's crying over fucking what's happening in front of her mom's house who hasn't been found. That's crazy to me.
Here's the article. Right here. I'm reading it. It just came out. Savannah Guthrie calls cops on streamers outside of Nancy's home. Savannah Guthrie contacted law enforcement earlier this month after she says she learned a controversial YouTube personality was streaming outside her mother's home. Here we go. According to police records obtained by TMZ, Savannah reached out to authorities on June 11th and told them she received information that a YouTuber known as Criminal Network was live streaming and parked in front of the Arizona residence where Nancy Guthrie was abducted. The report says authorities identified the individual as your name, Alex Z, from previous investigations. Police documents state Savannah is one of the responsible parties connected to the property and said that she's been dealing with several internet-based true crime vloggers, including you, and she was extremely upset upon learning he was back outside the residence. And they put you on there, Alex. They put you on there. They put your cover photo. I like that photo, by the way. I think it's
Did they put the picture on my ex where I'm hiding in the bushes, kind of?
No, I'm reading on. Authorities wrote that over the past several months, Savannah had repeatedly expressed concerns about the activities of certain online content creators. I'm sure I'm one of them. Ever since her mother's kidnapping, and told investigators she feared for the safety of herself and her family because of some of their actions. According to the report, Savannah did not know exactly what you was allegedly saying or doing on the live stream at the time, but police noted that his mere presence near the home was upsetting to her. The complaint was apparently forwarded to the Pima County Sheriff's Department Patrol Division, where deputies were also responding to a call for service to the related situation. Savannah said, police say Savannah was informed deputies were headed to the scene, and she thanked the Sheriff's Department for attention to the matter.
Yep.
Wow.
So now that TMZ, now you know why I put it out, because see, now TMZ is talking about it. Now we find out if she said it or she didn't. There's no time for waiting. I'm not going to wait fucking 2 weeks to see if she said it. We're going to find out now. If she did say it, then they'll leave it, right? If she didn't say it.
Unbelievable, folks.
That is unbelievable.
So people are responding to TMZ. The YouTubers are keeping this case alive, and they have been doing searches also still to this day. Actually, someone is searching at this moment. I haven't heard or seen family or friends searching.
Ever.
This case is so bizarre. And then someone else, supporting Savannah. What kind of a-holes stake out someone's house for content? I guess they're learning from TMZ and paparazzi. So it's mixed. It's mixed. People are on there. It's mixed in responses. People are saying it, but wow. Unbelievable. That's
First Amendment rights. That's the only thing, is the Constitution is important. They don't have to like me. They don't have to like what I say. It just doesn't matter. The Constitution is crucial, and I'm going to fight for that.
So just your mere presence. Your mere presence.
Because she's a queen, I guess, of the Catalina foothills. I mean, what are they bowing down for her? For me being, in other words, it just makes no sense to me still. And I'm glad that they put it out there, because now we find out if she did say it. If she did, she probably won't respond, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, she probably won't respond now. But just as we continue to cover the case, now, your presence, and don't know exactly what you're doing. I mean, that sounds like it's like your presence. What do you mean your presence there?
And like you said, she was a journalist. She was a lawyer. If anybody should know, it would be her. You know what I mean? Maybe I don't fit the profile of a guy with tattoos out in front of Nancy's house. Well, have to deal with it. It's 2026. Some of us have tattoos, but we still are in here for the right reasons.
But, you know, this kind of stuff is almost like, okay, now it's going to scare anyone from going back to Nancy's out of
Pretty
fear of
much.
getting
But they got
arrested
it.
or labeled as a stalker or, you
Yeah.
know, having police contact them and get reports on them. You know, it's almost like they got what they wanted here.
They did. They got what they want, exactly what they wanted. For whatever reason. We don't know why, but yeah. They got what they wanted.
Wow. All right, brother. Well, keep your head up. Thanks for stopping by.
Man.
We support you, and
No problem, man.
it was good to have a conversation with you. And
Likewise. It's always good to hear from you, man.
you know, if you can't leave the state of Arizona, let's cover something. Let's cover. Well, I mean, let's stay with Nancy. We're not going away. You know, Alex, I just want to say, like, I did a series of tweets today. Let me just go back. Sometimes I don't remember what I say.
I reposted a few of them.
I said the online true crime community will never go away when it comes to the Nancy Guthrie case. I tweeted that out.
Thanks.
We're not going away. So if we have to adjust our strategy here of covering this case, we're not going away.
That's it.
We're going to keep Nancy's name out there. We're going to give you the latest developments out there. And, you know, we're going to let people speculate and let people's voices be heard.
Yep.
I said
It's
at
our
least
First Amendment rights.
Nancy Guthrie's trending again. I tweeted that out.
Yeah, I reposted that one too.
David Buys, who's been covering this case, I think he's a local there. I retweeted him. To the person who took Nancy Guthrie, buried with nature isn't poetic. I don't know, I had a tongue twister there. Buried with nature isn't poetic. It's a confession. You killed an elderly woman and are trying to hide it. You're not clever. You're a coward, and you will be found.
Wow.
We searched for Nancy Guthrie more than Annie and Tommaso did. Facts. Put that one out there. And I continued on it. We are still searching for Nancy Guthrie. Are they?
Right. Are they? Any of them?
Are they?
I haven't seen them search one time. Unless they got the memo and knows where she is. Of course they don't.
So, you know, I kind of been on this a little bit today on a tweeting tirade. Benny, nice to see you, Benny, 3836. Says, I really never thought Savannah was involved, just maybe a comment or an interview that she should have done. She should have done. Now it's kind of pointing to her. She's trying to silence the people who are the most vocal about her mom.
Yep. Why does Savannah want to shut us up like Donos does? It doesn't make sense.
Doesn't make sense at all. TMZ got this from a FOIA request, just like Alex did. They do not know this. No one knows if this was one of the prank calls. So again, Rach is kind of like where you were at the beginning, Alex, by saying, was it really Savannah that, you know, did this, spoke with authorities? Could have been somebody trolling or something like that. What do you think?
Well, this is what we find out. That's why I put it out there too. You know, that way because it's on the report, it's an incident report, so it's legit. We just don't know if it's legit from her, you know? But I mean, apparently if it's TMZ, I don't know if they're always right, but
so wild, man. It's so wild. All right, brother, but we'll talk soon. I appreciate you stopping by.
no problem, man.
Just keep us informed about your legal process, and you know, I have your back, and many people in this chat have your back.
Yeah, thanks for having my back, man. Just shout out to the Army, and talk to you soon, JLR.
All right, Alex, take care.
All right, brother.
Criminal Network in the house. Criminal Network. So I am I don't know. I am still in Key West. Actually rented a motor scooter. I actually put one of these mounts on. You guys want to go for a motor scooter? You want to go riding on a motorbike right now? Seriously, I'll leave this vehicle. I parked it down the street from these lots, and we can go on a motorcycle. You can go on a motorcycle just like exploring with Jim. Seriously, you can do it. Look, here's the keys right here. I got a motor scooter. You want to go? All they said is you need a license and you need to wear sunglasses. Well, we got both. Let's go. Let's go on a motor scooter. Shall we? Let's go for a motor scooter ride. I'm going on a motor scooter ride. Let's go. All right, let me put the sunglasses on. Roll out. Switch the game up. I am the Terminator. I'll be back. Mr. Nanos. All right, roll out. Hello. Roll out. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Cock-a-doodle-doo! Hello! Hey, rooster. All right, let's go for a motorcycle ride. I'm serious. Park in an alleyway. Go for a motorcycle. I told you, this is crazy here. They got chickens and roosters here in Key West. Still in Key West, folks. I was going to get some key lime pie. Eat some key lime pie with everybody. I know everyone wanted me to eat some ice cream and pie. Maybe we'll get that too while we're on the motorbike. I have my motorbike thing here. Cock-a-doodle-doo! Cock-a-doodle-doo! We're gonna go on a motorbike ride. Dun 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 dun. Here you go. Ride it like a rental. Roll out. I got a motorbike. This is me. Look, this is my this is me. Yeah. Let's go. All right, hold on. Let me set this thing up. Hello. Live. Hopefully this doesn't fall off, but we're gonna be in trouble. Look at this. I got to run for Jim's money. Uh-oh. Make sure this thing sticks. If this thing falls off, we're in trouble. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Whoa! JLR investigates. Hold on, I gotta straighten it up. Gotta straighten all this up. Hold on. Let's get this straight. Oh, everything's falling off. Live. Cream. Okay, so go on the Sloppy Joe's camera, and we will see. Go to Sloppy Joe's camera, and we'll see each other on camera. Let's do it. All right, this is the Sloppy Joe's camera, but hold on, I'll go a block away and then I'll turn around. Hold on. We'll do something different. And I'll park in front of Sloppy Joe's and you can see me. I gotta go around the block. I'm gonna park in front of Sloppy Joe's, and then you can see me on the Earth Cam. Scooters everywhere. All right, we're off. We're off. All right, I'm parking in front of Sloppy Joe's in a minute. Play that funky music. All right, here I come. Here we are in front of Sloppy Joe's. You see me? Hey! Come on in! JLR, the man of the people. Somebody wanted me to go to Mallory Park. That's where I'm going to go. I'm a man of the people. I'm going to go around on my scooter tonight. Dude, parking around here is very expensive. It's like $50 for 10 hours. You can get a lot maybe for like $50 for like 24 hours, but you got to find a lot. Hey, hey, hey! Taking you on a journey with me. I'm the media here, Key West, reporting on what's going on my scooter. Reporting on what's going on the scooter. Yeah, I wanted to take you. Here, I'm gonna go right. Where the cruise ships go. Oh, uh-oh, went the wrong way. Uh-oh. Went the wrong way. Exploring with Jim. Gotta run for your money, brother. Also wanted to go get some ice cream. I'm not going to do this much longer, but we are going to get some ice cream. Looks like the Opal. Cruise ships. This is where the cruise ships go. Oh my God, the sun is about to go down. Let's go check it out. JLR investigates. Let's go look here real quick. Reporting from Key West. Oh yeah, the sun's going down. Soon. Not yet. No, this is the dock where the big cruise ships come. Beautiful. Lots of boats. Nice view. It is kind of nice, isn't it? That's where the cruise ship comes in. That's where they dock here. I want some ice cream. Anybody been here? Make sure nobody steals your scooter. I know, right? I don't know. They gave me scooter insurance. It was like, you want scooter insurance for $10 more. Collision, theft, for $10 more. I said, yep. You rent a scooter for $60 a day in Key West. Yeah, it's beautiful out here. I don't know. I'm in the mood for some ice cream or some key lime pie. I don't know. What should we get? Key lime pie or ice cream? Thoughts? Yeah, it's beautiful out here. It's gorgeous. This is gorgeous. Key West is gorgeous. The water's all blue. Should I get key lime pie or ice cream or both? Yeah, we should get key lime pie. I want some pie. Who wants pie? Exploring with JLR. Hey, explore with Jim. Hey, Jim. Hey, Jim. Look at my bike. Hey, we got Jim's in the house. Hey, Jim. Hey, Jim. You got to check out my bike. I got a bike. and I got a mount. I'm gonna take you on a bike ride with me, Jim. My friend Jim. Jim's in the house. Exploring with JLR. He said, no, you're not exploring with Jim. That's copyright. Jim, how's it going, Jim? I want to be like you. Look, I was like, I thought about you, Jim, today. I really did. I'm serious. I really thought about you, man. I was like, I got a bike. I'm like, Jim. And I thought for my viewers, I was like, hey, I'll just put a mount on. So I went in there, got like a $7 mount. I think I got it at, where'd I get it? CVS. Sup, Jim? Look, my bike's better than yours, Jim. Here's my bike. Look at my bike. I got my bike. Look, let's do my bike. Here's a bike. It goes 40 miles an hour. Got a kill switch. Only has 103 miles on it. Showing you my bike. All right, let's do it, Jim. And everyone. Yes. Exploring with JLR. All right, so we're gonna go back to. Oh my gosh. See, that's the thing is like this thing is not sticking right. I don't want it to fall. Oh my goodness, if it's fall, my phone is gone. Let's make sure we get it right. Just make sure we get this thing right. All right, let me get this in. Okay, we're in. We're in. So it's gonna be a little wobbly, but we're gonna do it. Sounds like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Hey Jim, I'm giving you a run-in for your money. Here are sunglasses. I'm gonna wear sunglasses. Sunglasses, Jim. All right, we're out. Up. Running for your money, Jim. Live in Key West. Gotta straighten this out. Uh-oh, we're falling. All right, hold on. We'll make sure we can get there okay. Love you, Jim. Almost there. I don't even remember where I parked. Oh, here's Sloppy Joe's. Passing Sloppy Joe's. Yeehaw! I gotta get in this alleyway. Jim, it's been fun. I gotta get this alleyway. Uh-oh. everything's falling. I don't want to smash a phone. I need to find a parking spot. I found one. We made it. Kickstand up. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Uh-oh. Thing broke. My mount broke. $8. We're good. Live from Key West. There it is. There it is, right there. We did that YouTube Live. You ever seen that on YouTube Live before? So let me go put this in my vehicle here, and let's take a walk and get some key lime pie. Shall we? We'll get some good tasty key lime pie. Or maybe some ice cream, a scoop of ice cream, or some sherbet or something. Maybe some sherbet. Maybe some sherbet. What do we got there? We got a comment here. I always read the color comments. I do crime reporting in LA and San Diego. Is that John LA 1776? Thank you for sharing. What's happening in Los Angeles in that particular area? You feel dizzy? Many people feel dizzy. Yeah, pretty fun, folks. You do some extensive deep dives. Look, bikes everywhere. Bikes everywhere. All right. So what I want to do is I'm going to put this in my vehicle. See, I got a car and a bike. I got it like that. A car and a bike. What the heck's going on here, folks? JLR's running around in multiple vehicles. Jumping like James Bond from the... We need a boat next. Go from scooter to car to boat. All right, what are we getting? What are we getting? We getting key lime pie, or are we getting ice cream? Majority rules. Some people said both, but I don't know if I can stomach both. Though. Sunny V, 889. Cool, JLR. Jim, come on down. I know we need to go. Jim, I used to have a 150cc scooter. Only required. Well, you got to get a motorcycle. I have a motorcycle endorsement. I got the motorcycle endorsement. All right. So let's take a walk on Duval Street and find ourselves some yummy, tasty ice cream. A treat. Or maybe a cookie or something. Pie, cookie, key lime. People are saying key lime. What should we do? What should we do? Key lime pie. This is home of the key lime. I can't even read my comments because of my glasses. Murky says pie and have some fried conch fritters. If you like crab, it's crab on steroids. Delicious. Okay, crunch fritters. I'll keep that in mind. But right now we're going to do a little ice cream. Maybe we'll do some of that later. Alright, so we're on the hunt for ice cream. Ain't no ice cream like Key West ice cream. Key Lime pie. Key Lime ice cream. We're on the streets. There's the tours. There's the tours. We need some key lime pie. Key lime pie. Key lime pie. Or an ice cream cone. I think I'm going to go for some key lime pie. There was a place up here that said key lime pie. So we have to find the key lime pie place. Here's a pizza spot. There's a little food truck. The Wandering Rooster. No, we need key lime pie. Key lime pie. I want key lime. What's the best key lime pie? I want some key lime pie. Delicious key lime pie. Key lime pie, Susan Riley says. Have fun, sir. Check your messages when you get the chance. Thank you. Be safe. And thank you, Susan Riley. Our RN friend. Her and her crew watch JLR Investigates. Group of them. All right, I'm on the hunt. Oh, look at this. The Key Lime Pie Company. Dun, dun, dun. Whoa. The Key Lime Pie Company. The Key Lime Pie Company. Oh, we got key lime pie. Let's do it. Key lime pie. Look, the key. I said I did not expect this, folks. The Key Lime Pie Company. I did not expect this at all. That I would just come into a place called the Key Lime Pie. Oh my God, the Key Lime Pie Company. Holy smokes. Hey, how's it going? I'm YouTube live right now and everyone's telling me I gotta get some key lime pie. What do you got?
Many different sizes, shapes, and options.
I just need like a small one. Like what is this? Like this? A mini pie?
Mini pie.
Yeah, let me get
We've got it traditional or fruit flavors.
What do you recommend? Traditional, fruit flavor? What do you think?
Traditional is the most popular.
All right,
we
we'll go
also
with-
have the pineapple coconut, the mango, or the strawberry.
Oh my gosh.
All with key lime.
Let me get traditional.
Okay.
We'll rock with the traditional.
Okay. I got extra tart too. I don't know how crazy you are.
What is that?
Extra tart. It's a little more sour.
A little bit more sour? Yeah, we'll run with that.
You want that?
Yeah, extra.
Yeah, some
extra.
people love the extra.
Yeah, we'll get that too. Look at this. So I'm getting one of these, folks. And we're gonna sit here and eat it. Enjoy it.
All right. So one extra tart mini pie.
I can eat it here, right? Cool.
Of course.
Yep. All right. Get some key lime pie, folks. Gonna be good.
You need a receipt?
Nope. Good to go. Thank you. You have a good day. Thank you. Ooh, look at this. Look at this. So happy. Bye. Eating key lime pie. Alright, we gotta find a spot where I can eat this pie. Taste test it. Let me see if I can do it like this. See if we can do it like this. Yeah, look. Dig in, folks. Look at it. It's yummy. It is delicious. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's so creamy. It has a sweet taste. I can't eat all this in one sitting. I'll mean like half of it a year later. Oh my goodness. And then it got crusty crust. Oh my goodness. So good. This is home. This is literally the home to the key lime pie.
Watch this. I believe so. Hopefully I'm right. Let's go. Where was key lime pie made?
Late 1800s.
Let's do it again. Where was key lime pie made?
Key lime pie was invented in Key West, Florida in the late 1800s. Two theories exist. One credits a local cook named Aunt Sally, who worked for a local millionaire, and another suggests it was created by Borden Milk Company as a marketing strategy.
Aunt Sally, created here in Key West. Key lime pie. Aunt Sally. Oh my God, so delicious. It's so sweet. It's rich in sweetness. Look, mixed in. Got jealous. This whole place is full of key lime pie.
Key lime pie. It's hard to make the key lime pie.
Key lime. Key to the perfect pie. We got key to the perfect pie. Step 1, the crust. Step 2, the filling. Step 3, the topping. Step 4, the eating. Enjoy the pie, Teresa says. Thank you, Teresa. But we're enjoying the pie.
I'd actually eat anything all day.
My hands are sticky.
Move this back a little bit.
Yeah, we'll go here.
This angle.
Nah, we'll go this way. Give you the crust. It has rich crust at the bottom. It's mixed in. We're at step 4. What's step 5? Digest. Heaven. Heaven. Key lime pie. Oh, so delicious. I'm with it. I'm going to save the rest for later. I can't eat all this in one sitting. It's too much. It's too sweet. But you ever get where you're like, I'm only going to eat one more, but then you keep going, and before you go, you're just like, I'm just going to eat the whole thing. Kind of like the stage of map. You're a tease. BI56 says, how are you, 56 BI? It looks so good. Glad you're away for a while. Stay safe, my friend. I'll check it out, BI. Thank you. I'm glad you're well. Hopefully you get justice for your sister in Arizona. Alright, here's what we're doing. We're going to take the key lime pie. I'm going to ask for a bag. Put it in a bag. I'll have some coffee later. Some hot cocoa or coffee or something. And I need a bag. Let me ask her for a bag. I'll be right back. Hey, can I get a bag? I think, oh, you need that. That's how we roll right there. Come on, over there. She said, I'm glad to see you having so much fun eating key lime pie. We'll put a napkin, we'll put a couple napkins. Key lime pie. Flying high. Alright. Wrap it for later. This is probably like 1,000 calories. Car keys. Alright, let's go for a walk. Shall we? Walk and talk. Somebody said get some fish and chips. Alright, so we are leaving the Key Lime High shop and walking. I'll take you back to Sloppy Joe's. Another night here in Key West. Everybody's watching soccer, sports, and soccer. Hey, you want to go in the photo booth with me? On way back to car, got into tattoos and scars. Ask for the hurricane shot and record that. You'll get 1 million views. On the way back to Tucson, go to tattoos and scars. Ask for the hurricane shot and record that. What is the hurricane shot? Are we going in the... We're going into the photo together. I'm in the photo booth. I'm in the photo. We're in the photo booth. Hey. Get pickled. We're in the photo booth. It says get pickled. Seriously, it says get pickled. Get pickled. What am I doing here? Well, I don't know, I'm gonna give a photo, but Key Lime Pie photo. Oh, we're going on the Sloppy Joe's bar cam. Hey, a rental. Key Lime Pie. What is Sloppy Joe's? It's a giant bar. It's like their famous bar. I don't drink. But Sloppy Joe's. I don't drink. All right, so if you're on YouTube, go to the Key West YouTube Sloppy Joe's cam, and we'll say hi together. We'll say hi. How's it going?
Hey, what's up, man?
This is Sloppy Joe's right here. How's it going? Pretty cool. All right, so there, look, we're on the cam right there. Hello, YouTubers. We got another one right here, too. We got another one around here. Somewhere. Oh, it's this one. Whoa. Double camera. Hello. Love the cameras. Look, above you.